Just a Thursday late afternoon tennis here in Naples. My daughter Emery has been taking lessons for the last 6 weeks and enjoying the game. And like her pro coach behind me said, she's only 40,000 hits from being a good player. So being a good player is always the goal. I want her to be able to play with me and Krista and enjoy what is truly an awesome game. So when we're down in Florida here until June, we're doing her regular activities, her chess, her horseback riding, everything, but we're taking a break from power skating and we're taking a break from hockey for a few months and taking on some new things like swimming lessons and also tennis lessons. I've enjoyed playing tennis since I was a young kid, and this is Emery's first time and I believe in learning the fundamentals of anything. So it's great that this is a sport I've chosen not to teach her in, and she can already rally, volley, forehands, backhands. But it's amazing what we're out here again. This is usually it's Tuesdays, but we get an opportunity to come out at an empty session and pound 500 more balls, and you just keep knocking off that 40,000. So my chain is broken. My power walking chain, admittedly, is over as of last Sunday. I'm sick to my stomach about it, but I'm using it again as a reminder that the bad wolf is always around the corner. I believe that we have two wolves in our lives. I believe that you have a good wolf, and I believe that you have a bad wolf, one for each shoulder. And the good wolf to me means self-reliance, self-responsibility, motivation, inspiration, helping other people, all the good stuff in life. I believe the bad wolf on our other shoulder represents victimhood, laziness, sloth, excuses, that kind of thing. And the bad wolf, doesn't matter why, but on Sunday, my chain, my Seinfeld red chain, every day, I mark up on my calendar with my red Sharpie. I mark up there when I walk. I mark up there when I write for an hour. I mark up there when I read for an hour. Well, the red chain, the walking chain, has been broken. I had started the latest winning streak of walking every single day for 45 minutes to an hour. I started that on December 17th. When we were back in Canada, I walked every single day, 7 days a week, every day of the month, no exceptions. I walked in the snow. I walked in the freezing rain. I walked in unbelievable cold temperatures. I walked in at night, I walked in the morning, and I kept that chain going from December 17th all the way until this Sunday. So what happened on Sunday is when I got up at my usual time, for the first time in a long time, I actually didn't go for a walk first thing. So I didn't put on my shorts, I didn't put on my shoes, and I didn't start doing my road work immediately when my feet hit the floor. Instead, I listened to the bad wolf, and I said, you know what? I'm going to give myself a break. It's Sunday. It's spring break and all that BS. And I said, I'll walk later. I'm going to go drink my water, which I did. I had a great day, by the way. I got lots of exercise. I was able to read. I was able to do my marketing, but I did not walk, so it does not count. And I said, well, I'm going to grab my coffee then. I'm going to read. I'm going to write. I'm going to go for a swim. I'm going to spend some time. And there was no excuse for it because Krista was still in bed. Emery was doing her thing. I had an opportunity at 6 in the morning to, get in my 10,000 steps. And then the rest of the day would have been family day. But instead, I listened to the bad wolf, and by not doing the things that are important to us first thing in the morning as the day goes on, what regresses as the day goes on? Willpower regresses as the day goes on. And we make our best decisions for ourselves early in the morning. That's why the morning needs to belong to you as a badass millionaire. The first hour of the day automatically has to be you playing offense. and then you build it to 2 hours, then you build it to 3 hours. But the 2 or 3 things that are most important to you, that make you show up as your best self, your best businessman, best marketer, best husband, best father, best grandfather, best, leader, king of your domain. That stuff has to happen in the first 3 hours of each day, and you need to own your morning. And because the rest of the day, when do we cheat on our diets? We cheat later in the day. When do people drink too much? Later in the day. When do things not get done? Later in the day. When do we not read? Later in the day. And I'm no different in that area. I am strong in the mornings. I am weak after lunch, and I know that. That's when I do my disposable reading. That's when I do emails. I do all the stuff that doesn't take very much mental bandwidth, but I protect that magic time. That 6 a.m. till 12 noon is my magic time. That's even pushing it. That's the time I do my reading, my writing, my walking, my thinking, my dreaming. I won't let anybody anywhere touch that magic time to at least 11 a.m. Even my world building program that's starting up at on March 29th, Tuesday, March 29th, there's details below, is when are we doing each Tuesday and Thursday session? We're doing them at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. because that is in terms of coaching, that's my magic time. Because every one of those mornings I get an opportunity to get up and walk. I get an opportunity to read. I get an opportunity to hydrate. I get an opportunity to get my marketing and writing done. And then boom, at 11 o'clock, I'm at my peak of my game as a coach and a consultant. So there's a reason we're training at 11 a.m. Plus, I know the guys that are participating. I know that those guys are at their best at that time of day. So you can be a night owl all you want and all that stuff, but I'm telling you right now, even if you don't think you're a morning person like I used to, our magic time is first thing when our feet hit the ground for those first 2 to 3 hours, and you need to own that time. So last Sunday, I didn't own that time, and I've literally been sick to my stomach about it ever since. And the reason I'm sick to my stomach about it is because when I don't get the big 3 or the big 4 done each day, to me, that's losing. And I look at the man in the mirror on Monday after that, and I was just sick to my stomach that I broke the chain. And this is what my rules and my rituals are designed for. I design my habits and my rituals and my routines every single day, no days off, because I want to be sick to my stomach if I don't show up on 1 or 2 days during the year. And it's important that I walk. That's my mental health, that's my physical health, that's my time out there thinking. And who am I hurting when I don't do the little things every day? I'm hurting myself. I'm hurting my wife. I'm hurting my daughter. I'm hurting. I've been blessed. I've been blessed with another day. I've been blessed with energy. I've been blessed with good health. And who am I hurting when I don't maximize that time? And if you can just shoulder shrug that stuff off, if you're just like, oh, well, it's just a day, or oh, well, it's the weekend, or oh, well, it's spring break, or oh, well, we were due. That's not how champions talk at all. I've been around championship athletes, some of the best in the world, both professional and amateur. I've been around some of the most driven, mentally tough athletes on the planet, and I never hear anything like that. All you hear is tales of not good enough standards, sick to their stomach. And I've engineered that directly into my life, into my daughter's life, into our family's life, where if I'm responsible for showing up as a man and as a husband and as a leader and as a king of our family, and I don't do it on a particular day, if I shrug that off, that's how losing happens. And that's why I use that quote with my Perth Blue Wings is after our championship year in 2019, what was the slogan for the next year? Nothing loses like winning. Nothing loses like winning. Winning can put us into complacency. It can make us think that we're better than we are. And that's how losing happens. And losing is, you can't buy winning. You can't buy winning. You rent it and you pay the rent every single day. So on Sunday, I made excuses and I made the choices. The day got away from me and I did all the other things and I should be happy. But you know what? I'm not made that way. I'm not wired that way. It's bothered me ever since, and I'm just getting over it now. But here's the other thing. The good news is this. When you have rules and rituals and million-dollar habits in your day, like I teach in my world building program, it's this. As soon as you fall off the wagon, whatever that wagon is, it could be eating clean, it could be not eating white sugar, it could be not eating white flour, it could be reducing your salt, it could be reading, for an hour a day, it could be marketing for an hour a day, it could be, your gratitude with your spouse before you go to sleep at night, it could be, spending an hour a day with your children or your grandchildren, whatever that is. It's really important that rules and rituals like I implement with my world builders is it immediately allows you, when you fall off the wagon, to get immediately back on. And this goes back to my reputation as a hockey coach. And one of the things that I'm most proud of, and it's a lot, I'm most proud of my championship, and I'm most proud of how we were a bridge, an absolute bridge to these young men getting to their next stage in life. In other words, my job as a hockey coach is to be a bridge for 17 to 20-year-old men to become, great citizens, great fathers, great husbands, great community leaders. The hockey is just plus. That's all gravy. Whatever they do in hockey, they play Division I, they play Division III, they play for money in pro. That's all just gravy. But I mean, it's used as a bridge for them to become better people. But the other thing that I'm very, very proud of over my 6 years as head coach of the Perth Blue Wings is in the regular season, and I checked this out the other day, we never, ever, ever in 6 years lost 2 games in a row. Ever, ever, ever lost 2 games in a row. Not once in 6 regular seasons did we have a 2-game losing streak. And this was brought to my attention last week. And it's something that goes back to that rituals and daily routines, how you practice, how you show up, how which wolf do you feed? Do you feed the good wolf every day, or do you feed the bad wolf? Which is it? The one that dominates your life, either the good wolf or the bad wolf, is the one that we feed, right? Which one are you feeding? Are you feeding the positive, or are you feeding the negative? And this was really important with the Blue Wings, is because we created a culture that basically just said that losing is absolutely unacceptable. And that wasn't a slogan, that was backed up with behavior, mindset, you name it. Like in junior, it's so easy for 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids to lose momentum, lose focus, and the next thing you know, 1 loss turns into 3 losses, turns into 5 losses, 1 bad game turns into 1 bad week, turns into 2. You see it in college sports, you see it all the time in pro sport, where losing cultures, especially, it bleeds into the next day, it bleeds into the next week, it bleeds into the next month. The difference between that and champions is that when you have the rituals and you have your routines like I do in my morning and stuff, that shit does not bleed anywhere. You get sick to your stomach when you don't show up, and your one decision and your one action from being back right on the winning wagon, back on the championship wagon. I don't care. We all have we all mess up, we all make mistakes, all that kind of stuff. But what's really important is with rules and rituals, you can get back on that wagon right away. And I call that my badass 2-step forward, 1 back. I don't know any success ritual that isn't 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. The 1 step back doesn't need to trip you up for the next week, the next month, the next 2 years. I've seen people fall off of a diet, and my God, they pack back on 75 pounds over the next 6 months. For God's sakes, get back on the wagon. You've got the rules, you've got the rituals, you've got the routine. Just because you gave in to the bad wolf for 1 day doesn't mean that you can't make one simple decision, one simple action the very next day to say stop, okay? I take accountability for that. Boom, back on it, back eating clean, back walking, back reading, back writing. It's like if drinking a gallon of water a day is difficult for some people, and it's difficult because you don't start your day with 2 big glasses. I do it out of that jug the other day, and Krista and I were monitoring it, And I just have a regular jug. I don't have the one that has the time on it. I'm not a child. I'm going to drink the water and I'm going to have it drank by 3 o'clock. But it's so funny because some people will have these jugs, which is fine. Whatever works for you, right? Results. I don't give a shit about anything but results. So we were doing it here with one of these jugs. And it's so funny because I start my day with those two big jugs of water. It's or 2 big glasses. My God, by 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was done the whole thing. But I mean, if you're not drinking regularly, of course you're going to be drinking that at 7 and 8 o'clock at night and going to be walking the floors all night. That's the whole thing. It's how you start and how you own your mornings and how you own those first 3 hours. But so what? If you miss a day and you don't drink a gallon of water, instead of feeling sorry for yourself, do what I do and be upset about it, be pissed off about it, but be pissed off with the guy staring back at you in the mirror. You're 100% accountable for every result in your life. I am and you are. Nobody else. Right, wrong, win, lose, tie, it's your fault. And that's the control you want. Like I want to be at fault. I want to be the person that the blame falls. I want the piano on my back because that way I have control. I want independence, I want freedom, I want control. Well, guess what the secret is for all that stuff? The secret for that is 200% responsibility for every result in your life. And some days you have to grin and bear it and say, you know what? That really wasn't directly my fault. Fuck that. It was your fault. Take responsibility for it and get back on the wagon. And that's what I did in terms of this walking. It doesn't matter why I failed. What's important is that it bothers me enough that I'm like, you know what? I'm going to get back on it. And you know what? It served me very well. It served me very well because on Monday, I only missed 1 day in 100. So since December 17th, I missed 1 walking day. So here's a lesson for all you shoulder shruggers that everything just rolls off your back and take it easy and, roll with the punches and all that 99% stuff. You know what? On Monday, I felt like garbage. And I got out there and I friggin' walked and I walked and I walked and I did Hindu squats and I did all my stuff. But you know what? Just being off for that 24 hours, I didn't feel very good. Now I'm back to 100%. I feel fantastic. But just stopping for one single day, just 1 day of stopping walking, and I also didn't do the squats because I do take 1 day off from Hindu squats, which is Sunday. So on the Sunday, I didn't get any leg training in. So how did I feel on Monday? I felt weak. I felt sluggish, whatever it was. So the walk was harder. And then, oh my God, the Hindu squats were like, holy man, this is awful. I could barely do 20. And then I got going and I pounded out 51. This goes back to my principle of no days off. Okay, let the 99% live on the weekend. Let the 99% do the spring break. Let the 99% never put 4 days together. Let them do the 4-hour work week. You have things to accomplish. You have people to serve. You have legacies to build. And just taking those first 3 to 5 hours every day, seamless living, no days off, seamless living. That way you're always free. You're never waiting for the weekend. You're never, oh my God, I hate. You know what? If you can't stand Mondays, if Mondays bother you, then your life is broken. You need to get it to the point where it doesn't matter. Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get up, help people, serve people, show up as the best version of yourself. And that goes back to that sick to stomach, winning mindset, championship mindset. So I just wanted to share that with you to show you that, you know what? My winning streaks, I break them. And today's video is 103. And you know what keeps me going besides serving guys like you? It's the fact that I don't want to start at zero again. I've busted my ass in the winter. I busted my ass in freezing rain. I've shot these videos at 11 o'clock at night. I've shot them when we were traveling. I've shot them at the airport. I've shot them moving here to Naples. And you know what? I've made a commitment to myself to do 365 straight. So I'm not even a third of the way there. But like the walk walking, I don't want to go back and start at 0. You know, that busts my, that upsets me that I didn't mark that up there. On that calendar, I look now, I've got all the X's, I put an X for every day. And here's this one block, since December 17th, that doesn't have a red X in it. And to me, that's losing. And losing makes me sick to my stomach. And I'll look at that the rest of the year, and it'll remind me to always get up and walk, to always get up and do my water, to always, you know, to read and to write and all that other stuff. And I don't want to ever lose that edge. I don't want to ever lose that edge. You know, before I go, I'll share one thing, the difference between champions and everybody else. And this was part of our 2019 Barclay Cup team. I filled that roster after 5 years of losing in game 7 in the finals, game 6 in the final, losing in the first round in double overtime, that kind of stuff. In 2019, the last year I coached, I decided to fill the roster with guys that simply could not live with losing. People ask me, how did you do it, Michael? How did you get over the top? How did you do the next to impossible? I said I surrounded myself with volunteers, with coaches, with trainers, and with 23 players that absolutely positively could not live with losing. Everybody on this planet wants to win. Everybody wants to win. Doesn't matter who it is. Sure, I'd love to win. Give me the guy that can't live with losing. Give me the businessman, the marketer, the husband, the father, the grandfather, the community leader who's sick to his stomach, literally sick to his stomach every single time that you come up short. And like I said, it worked with teenage kids, it worked with pros, it works with business people, is that losing is not to be shrugged off. I know this is an unpopular opinion in today's, you know, everybody's a winner world, but that's not the way it is. You need to be sick to your stomach every time you don't show up as the best version of yourself. Every time you're not showing up as a husband, as a businessman, for your employees, for your kids, whatever it is. And use that, like Tim Grover says in Relentless in Winning, use that for fucking fuel. Use that for fuel. That's sick to your stomach. That has bled into these days, but you know what it's been? It's put me on a new mission. That was a total wake-up call to make sure that I'm up earlier, that I'm walking, I'm more focused than ever before. I'm getting ready for world building. I mean, that failure has just been fuel for me. Absolute gasoline this last week, and that's what I'm using it for. If you want more of this, if you want to be a hero in your own home, and if you're sick and tired of playing defense, if you're sick and tired of playing pretend business, if you're sick and tired of falling off the wagon, whatever the wagon is, and not getting back on, if you're sick and tired of all that stuff, then you need to be part of my world building 8-week program, which is starting up March 29th. What the hell are you waiting for? Christmas? I'm giving a $15,000 discount because I'm doing the program with you the first 8 weeks. We have a tremendous group of men. You will get your money back by association. You will get your money back, your investment, in the first week. You will 25x your money being part of this program. But it's not for cheap-minded businessmen. So it's for champions, not chumps. It's for contenders. It's for lions, not pussycats. It's for wolves, not lambs. But you can apply below at badassmillionaire.com/apply. badassmillionaire.com/apply. Fill out the questionnaire, get on my waiting list. We'll set up a call in the next few days, and we'll see whether you're a fit and whether I'm a fit to help you, and then we'll go from there. But it's just like tennis back here, 4,000. You're 4,000 balls away from being an amazing marketer, an amazing business. School's never out for the pro. It's not out for me. It's not out for you. But you gotta get started, and you gotta bet on yourself. You gotta bet on yourself. You gotta go all in. The reason I price this at 10 grand, I want guys that are all in. I want guys that burn the fucking ships. I want guys that are like, there is no tomorrow. That's what I want. I want to be surrounded by guys like that, because those are the guys that are sick to their stomach when they come up short and get back on that wagon and get back winning and doing the 40,000 balls to be good at whatever it is. So that's the reason that price is there. We want, you want guys that it's just like, I'm going to bleed this, that you're going to build your own world. It's not what you do, it's who you are. That world is going to be who you are. That's who you are as a marketer, who you are as a business owner, who you are as a family man, who you are as a leader, all that kind of stuff. Your life, your terms, your life, your rules. I'll help you build it. You gotta get in soon. Apply below and we'll go from there. That's it from the tennis courts here in Southwest Florida. Michael McLean. If you'd like a copy of my brand new book, you can get it at badassmillionaire.com. That's it for today. Two words that changed my life, two words that can change your life and will change your life. Be relentless.